Hello, Anish. Welcome to my first podcast.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, I have known you for a lot of years. Just for our viewers, just give a brief introduction about yourself.
Hi to everyone. My name is Anish. I came here to Canada in 2019, and that is Shubham is one of my first friends over here. So that's how I know him.
Hmm.
But yeah, overall, it's been pretty good. 7 years almost.
Yeah, almost seven
Almost
years. Yeah,
7
long
years. Time
time.
flies.
Yeah, time flies. How was the first year in Canada? Must
Oh,
be a culture shock for sure. Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. From the time I decided to come to the time I landed here, it was a big change for me. Never expected that. It was all a sudden. The first thing I noticed was skies were pretty low here as compared to back home.
they're closer.
They're
One
closer.
hundred
Yeah.
percent. Yeah.
So yeah, rain Vancouver, my first year over here, everything flooded.
Yeah.
So it was a bit extreme, I would say. Welcome from Canada. Overall, yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. Uh, Many things happened, but overall, we went through everything.
It worked out. It
Yeah.
worked out. It worked out. Canada does have a big culture shock for me too. Uh, what do you think were the few first thing that you were shocked that this is how Canada works?
Hmm. Good question. Let me think about it.
Mm,
The biggest difference for me was food. I'm a vegetarian, Hindu vegetarian.
me too.
Yeah.
Sanatan.
So finding vegetarian food was very hard. Everywhere you go, normally you'll go to McDonald's, Burger King, or something like that, and you'll find something. Not over here. You will only be restricted to fries or a Beyond Meat. That thing I hate.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I agree.
And apart from that, from because I was on a study permit when I came here, study was a very big difference for me. Back home, you're more of spoon fed as compared over here, where they teach you once a week and they leave you then to study on your own.
Do you think it was easier? It got easier to study here, or do you think it was more tougher in Canada?
It's different. For some, it can be easier. For some, it can be difficult. For me, definitely, it was difficult because I am from a background where I need to thoroughly practice any other practicals, and especially from I'm from accounting side, so we need to practice a lot. So over here, you are not given many examples. You have to find the examples. You have to practice yourself. That was definitely harder for me, and finding the resources was one of the most difficult parts.
Yeah, where we are from, we study 5 days a week,
Oh yeah,
7 hours a day,
yeah,
and then you go home and you have extra classes. And here it's like once a week, and then they'll
exactly.
leave you on your own. Then you go
Yeah,
home and you study, and then you have to submit assignments.
exactly. I believe in India we are presented with a way better guideline to what to expect and what to study, and I think so that is very helpful. But over here, it's completely opposite. You are left to be left alone to be more independent, and I think so that'll help you in your adulthood and your career wise, but in the initial stages that is very hard.
It's also the connection between teachers. Like there's not a lot of connection even if you see them, because you see them like once a week.
Mhm.
You never get to know them. You never know like their teaching styles. By the time you actually know how they're teaching, semester is over, and
Exactly.
now it's next semester.
Yeah.
So there's no connection. I think we had a big advantage where you meet them so often that you kind of get used to of their teaching style, and you find your way around. And
Yeah.
they can also guide you so much better, not just in studies, like even in general. Like if they see you messing up outside classes, they'll come like, come here, talk to me, what's
Exactly. I
going
agree
on,
with you
why are
there.
you doing this, do you don't aren't you serious in life, and all of those things. How was college life? I mean, they call it school here. So you did your bachelor's back home, and
Yeah.
then you came here and you went to one of the private schools.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that
Talk
was that
something
was a
about it.
nightmare. Oh yeah, I have a good story for that. So I did my BCom back home, so I'm very into accounting side.
BCom is Bachelor's of Commerce.
Yes, and my specialization was in accounting and finance. So back home, if you have done your bachelor's, it is the only way to go ahead is find a master's. You do master's and then you find a career job and everything. Over here, it was difficult. So with the same ideology, I came here to UCW, University Canada West,
Yeah.
to start my MBA. But it was a nightmare. honestly. The university, I expected a or actually a very big place with multiple buildings, cafeterias, people around, students around. Oh, it was nothing like that.
Isn't that what they advertise on the website?
Absolutely, absolutely. This is what they advertise. This is what the agents, immigration agents back home.
Yeah.
This is what they told us.
Yeah.
So I was very excited when I came here. During the first day of my sorry, what do we call it?
Orientation.
Yeah. So during the first day when I went over there, it was a small building. I would say the place we are here right now, it's way bigger than that. So it's less than 1/3 of this.
Okay.
And only 2 floors of that.
Okay.
The 3rd floor was a different college. The 4th floor was a different college. So I was shocked. And yeah, my expectations were like at the lowest at that point. Yeah, it was a very big shock. What they expected from us was very different. What they expected from us is we should already have a big background in working. So we should already have like 5 years or 6 years experience in work life, and then we jump into MBA. While back home, this is not the case.
I mean, how can they expect 5 years of work experience if anybody with a body and a soul and a bachelor's applies? They'll give admission.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they'll send you off a letter next day.
Yeah, that's the case. I think so. This is just a money-making scheme for them.
Oh, 100%. It's the biggest private school Canada has, and they make most of the money, 100%.
So yeah, I attended one semester there. The passing percentages were ridiculous, and I think
what was it?
Like the grades were not that bad. You have to have at least 72%. So that was not that bad. But the thing is, teachers won't give that. In our class of 60 students, 1 passed.
They can make the money.
Exactly. And when we confronted one of our professors, I don't think so if I should say it out loud. Or
we'll cut it if I think it's too controversial.
It will be. But yeah, when we met her outside, and she was like, we get paid to fail students. So yeah.
This is one of the conspiracy theories, especially in all the private schools. A lot of us like immigrants we talk about is like you try your hard best to actually like score good or at least pass in a course, and then you fail. And you're like, okay, I wasn't that bad. Like, I understand I wasn't the best, but I wasn't bad enough to fail.
Exactly. Yeah. So my point is like, there are different ways to study back home as well. Here, there are a lot of research papers. There is a specific style, like APA style.
APA was a culture shock, exactly. Like big shock for me.
And how hard the professors implement, it is on them. For me, even like not putting a comma was a plagiarism for them. So this was a very big thing for me. I cried over it. When I sought the proper advice, it was too late to appeal for that. So I ended up failing that course just because of a comma.
How much money is that? One course?
One semester was 3 courses, and that was approximately $10,000 to $12,000.
$12,000.
Yeah. Plus, because I left the UCW after
school. The school.
I left the school after 1 semester. They forfeited a bit more.
So you took a bold decision of leaving UCW, coming on a study permit, and then leaving a school, getting admission somewhere. That's a lot of paperwork, and it's also very risky. Like people don't understand. Like down the line, when you have to apply for residency and stuff, it can get very tougher. And then if the course you're getting into, even if it's a great course, but they don't think it's good enough for a work permit, like all of those changes happen too. What made you decide, okay, I'm going to leave UCW, doesn't matter what it takes? You did go to UBC, which is one of the biggest schools where we are, and it's one of the greatest schools too, has everything you would expect from a university. What was the decision? What was that one moment where you were like, okay, this needs to end right
here? This was a big moment actually, when I failed 2 courses out of the 3. And not because I'm not capable. I was a bright student back home.
I agree. He has helped me throughout my bachelor's, so I can vouch for that. He's definitely one of the brightest people I know. He's very smart, and especially in what he does. He's good at studies, good at everything. So you failed 2 courses.
I failed 2 courses out of 3. The third one that I passed was environmental studies.
Okay.
If I failed that, I would have been like crying like hell. But yeah, failing two courses, and majority of those that I've already done back home, and I was aware of what I was studying. The only thing that failed me was the way of presenting, that my professors didn't like, and they have their own style. So that was one of the most overwhelming decisions for me. Like, I knew if I had to continue, I have to find something that I can align to my perspective to. And UCW, to what I talked to many people, including my seniors, including, I did a lot of research online. I talked to some of the agents over here, and I found out that whatever I do won't be enough. So that was the decision I had to make. Else it'll be just like burning money.
Yeah.
So my parents didn't have that much.
Oh.
So if I'm using finances, borrowed finances, I have to make sure that I use them efficiently. Luckily for me, when I was already on the verge of quitting from UCW, someone gave me an advice and told me there's a diploma program in UBC. That was exactly what I was looking for.
Accounting diploma,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It was a bit difficult for me to choose diploma over my master's.
Yeah,
but
that's a big one.
yeah, but over my 3 months of journey while I was in Canada, I learned over here experience and the type of study that you do matters. It's not exactly the degree that matters. It will in the long run for sure, but I will have more time to get that.
So just for the viewers, back home in India, especially in all of those areas, we don't consider diploma as a real study. It's not a real study.
Yeah.
It's something you do if you want to do it, something for fun. Bachelor's is what we call bare minimum. So you do your bachelor's. Okay, what's your plan? That's when people will start asking you this question. Okay, what's your plan in life? Master's is when you achieve something which everybody around you has achieved. So you're not special, but you have done what everybody else could have done. And then what you do in your life decides if people are going to respect you or not.
Yeah, diploma is just considered another certification because I was not good enough to do the masters.
Yeah. So I'll tell you my experience a little bit. Where when I moved here, I had this chat with my father, and he was like, "Okay, what do you want to do when you go there?" I was like, "Okay, I'm doing. I was doing BBA back home, so I was like, I'm just going to continue the same. I think it's better than BCom for whatever reasons." Then and then he was, and then I also looked at a lot of diplomas because I heard diplomas are cheaper, easier, and then it's easy to get by. He was like, "Okay, first of all, you're not going for diploma if you want to go. Like that's the worst way. Like it's not a real study. It's not something we do. My all brothers are pretty educated. They're like, what are you gonna what am I gonna tell them if you do diploma? And that's bare minimum. So if you want to go for bachelor's.
That's a very Indian standard.
Yeah, that's that's a very Indian standard. And when I moved here, this was my first day orientation where I walked in and I saw just people from my area. Like some of them were my neighbors. I was like, oh, same locality they're living in. So a big culture shock. I definitely understand. Like I can definitely relate to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had one experience where you were at UCW and you had all the experience which we share. Even I was at different schools, same experience, exactly same experience. How was going from one private school to going to UBC? What was that cultural? What was that difference? Like, how was the feeling?
So from applying to entering the college, it was approximately 2 months for me. And at one point, I was giving the finals in my UCW. At the second point, I was already applying outside to see what are my options. And at that point, if I have any options, because being an immigrant, you don't really have much.
You don't really have options.
And if you don't have much options, or if I quit without having any other thing, I can't really do anything.
Yeah.
I have
You're
to
just stuck in between.
Exactly. So I won't have finances to even support myself for rent, food, and
You can't work either.
Exactly.
You can't work either.
Yeah, that was a big. Yeah, that hits different.
Yeah.
So I was glad when I got my response that I am eligible. So after 3 weeks of applying in UBC, I got the response that I was eligible. Luckily, Celeste was the program advisor in I studied from Sauder School of Business. So she was the business advisor over there. She called me. She heard how nervous I was. She had one-on-one call for an hour with me.
Oh, wow.
So
From an advisor.
Exactly. Yeah. And she's the program lead for the program I did. That was very helpful. Very, very helpful. So thanks to her if she's listening. Oh my God. That was life-changing. Because after that, I had a clear path of what I have to do. Uh, I started I started with the process of what UBC gave me. I had to get my transcripts and everything from back home. That took 6 weeks. And by the time it was like we had a window that it has to reach by the
end, by
the end of December. It was because from I guess 24th onwards it was
everything is closed.
holidays over there, and my files and everything had a deadline of 20th. I called Celeste on 20th. It's like, I don't know what's happening, but it's still not out. I don't know why you have not received it. If I provide any documents, they won't accept it just because it is not coming directly from my university, so they don't know if it is official or not. They received it on 23rd evening, just 1 hour before closing. Celeste called me. She's like, "You are in from Jan 5th. Are your classes? You got in."
Oh, that's goosebump story, man.
Man, I was dying over there just because I had no idea. I already quit UCW at that point. Yeah. My money got forfeited around, I think so. It was 3,000 extra that they did not reimburse back. They were like, you fill a big form. It was a big ass form of 5 pages or something to get my $10 back. So I just
did he say that. Just keep the $10?
Exactly. Okay. So I was like, yeah, give it to the professors. Yeah. That yeah, 5th January 2020 was when I entered UBC. That is the university I pictured from India in the first place.
That's how a university should look like. I agree, man. I agree.
Their one school inside the campus was multiple times bigger than the whole UCW.
See, it's not like UCW is a bad school. I think there's no such thing as bad schools and bad teachers, right? They could, but the intention behind providing education, like that's not good.
That's
like
true.
The intention is purely to make money. Yes. I get it. You got to make money to run the business, blah blah blah. But the intention is just to make money.
Yeah.
And then the greediness comes in, where it's not just about making money; it's about making more money. How can they do that? So because we are stuck, and that's where we have to go when you are on a study permit. And not everybody has the right courage to do it, to change to, right?
Yeah.
They would fail students, and that's just messed up, man. That's just messed up.
Yeah, exactly. I hear what you're saying, man. I completely agree with you. They are just money making machines over there. And I think so. This is what they are teaching the staff to. Initially, there's a difference in the international and the domestic students fees.
Yeah.
That is, the international is like 4 times higher. Yeah. So, like, honestly, paying 3,000 something for 3 credits, it's mind-boggling.
Unless you're becoming a doctor, I get it. But for a master's, paying 3,000 for 3 credits,
and for the resources they are providing, that doesn't make any sense.
See, you talked about one of the advisors from UBC, right? She didn't get paid more.
No.
She didn't get anything extra just by talking to you for that 1 hour. She probably did a little extra what she was supposed to do or whatever her job criteria was. But see, her intention wasn't that, oh, I'm going to make more money if he comes in.
Oh, yeah.
She's just doing her job and she's a nice person.
Absolutely.
Right? The greediness isn't there. But when you go, for example, these schools like this, the private schools, I had similar experiences where I was like, okay, I want to learn it. Yeah. I'm not saying I don't want to learn it. I want to learn it. Please teach me.
Yeah.
Like I'm asking you a question. Like I was one of the students who loved going to school. Like I loved it. I don't mind sitting in a place where somebody is giving out information, and I would love to ask questions. Right?
Yeah.
So I love being in school, but here everything changes. Like you cannot ask questions. You cannot ask too many questions because you're taking everybody else's time.
Exactly.
That's so messed up. That's so messed up. You cannot ask too many questions. If the question is too hard or whatever, email it to me. That's what they'll say. Yeah. Email it to me. Hey, if I want to go and search on Google, I can do it myself, right?
Yeah.
I don't need you to send me what you search on Google. I just want to understand.
And sometimes the question you have is just at the moment.
Yeah,
forget after that.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah. So when you email back, you don't get the exact answer.
Yeah.
You email back again,
and then
teacher's pissed. You're pissed. You never get the answers.
You know, the biggest thing I think as a student too, not just for as immigrants, but in general, students are scared that if they piss off the teacher, they could fail you.
Yeah. It's the same.
Yeah.
At least in UCLA.
If you piss off the teacher, like they'll fail you. And It's not even about the fairness anymore. Like
Yeah.
you work hard, you pass. Nah, you piss off the teacher, you fail.
This is the problem with many of the private schools. I feel it's more, I shouldn't say the term, but I feel like sometimes it's more like a slavery. As long as you please the professor, your owner,
Mm.
they'll treat you good. If
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
yeah.
Which is not good. This is not good. So your intention of changing schools was good intention, right?
Oh yeah.
You know that, especially from our community, a lot of people would give up masters to do diploma just so it's easier and that just so they can do everything else.
Yeah.
Like in the movement it does get easier 100%, but you switch for the right intention. You wanted to be an accountant,
Yes.
right? That's what your goal is. You're studying CPA, by the way, right now,
Yes.
which is amazing, and all the best for you. All the best to you for that.
Thank you.
um, did you think that being in UCW, when you failed all of these courses, did you had the confidence to go to UBC and then work hard there? You know, because you can go and work hard for sure, but did you had the confidence by failing those two courses? Did anything to your confidence, and how hard it was for you to go on day one?
This is a great question. Yes and no, both to that question. I was nervous because I did not know what I was expecting out
Yeah.
of UBC. And I didn't even know if it was me or the college at that point.
Yes.
That who is incapable.
Yeah.
And yeah, once I started studying in UBC, things changed because COVID happened.
Online.
Everything was online. Lucky for me, I was able to attend one semester in
Yeah.
person. And I was when I saw how helpful the teachers are, that was very different from what I had the experience before. It was night and day difference.
Hmm.
I could relate myself more like I was in India.
Yeah.
Because teachers are available. Definitely, it's not the same thing you are studying 5 days or something. So one day, but the teachers are there to help you. If
Yeah.
you have questions, you ask numerous times, you get
Asking the
answers.
question isn't bothering them.
Oh no.
I think that's what the big difference is, right? Where when you're in private schools, they indirectly make you feel that they are so important that you can't ask questions.
Yeah, I think so. That's the superiority complex over
Yeah.
there. So they already have like an anchoring bias.
Yeah.
So they think that the internationals are not as our equals. This is yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
all the private schools do have that, or majority, I would say.
Yeah.
I
And
think
most of the students they have is international students. There's you people meet from Philippines all the time. Nigeria is big one. India is the biggest one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pakistan, Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Like that's the crowd you meet.
Absolutely.
That's the crowd you meet.
In my class in UCW, I didn't see a single white person. It was either Iranian
Yeah.
or South Asians.
Yeah.
In UBC, it was different.
It was different.
It was different. The crowds were bigger for sure, but I would say Indians were approximately 10% over there. Right? There was a big Asian community for sure.
Oh yeah, because they're same as us, right? They want to study and stuff, and
Exactly.
a lot of them Asian, they have different what's the word? They have different way of living life, right? They when we come, we don't sell anything back home. Like we'll try to borrow here and there, and then we'll come and we aim to pay that off, and then live our life. When they come, they sell everything they have, and they are like fully committed. Canada it is, and then I'm going to go to Canada.
Absolutely.
First thing they do, buy a house, buy a business, run the business, and that's how they do. So you'll see a lot of them, and then their community is also exactly the same. Like study when you're young, do piano, do this, do that, like super busy. And when you grow older, you pick up the three which we have. You can be a doctor, you can be an engineer, you can be an accountant. Like I'm going to say accountant is one step down from engineering, because if I tell my father like I want to be an accountant, he'll be like, okay, I knew you're not that good at studies.
I agree with you there. Oh man, that was different. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
I think so. The one of the difference in the Asian community and the Indian community is over with us, it's more like a brain drain.
Yeah.
Where the young generation is only coming. Over there, the whole family comes and they support the kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a very big difference. Over here, we have the responsibility of getting fulfilled and self-fulfilled. It's more like
and then fulfilling the back home too.
That definitely counts. I think so that's hidden.
So in a Nigerian culture or in African culture, I have a lot of Nigerian coworkers. So they'll tell me they have black techs. Black tax is what they send home. So whatever they make, they send a part home. I was
Wow.
like, dude, I have brown tax too.
Wow. But I think so. Somehow I feel satisfied while sending that money.
Oh, 100. Because you have lived not so you come from middle class, right? I say me too. So we get the feeling of what scarcity of money is and also what scarcity of resources is. With our parents, even if you send all the money home or even if they have a lot of money, they don't know how to enjoy it.
Exactly.
Because all their life they worked very hard, they lived in a system, and at max what they never thought about themselves. They thought about, okay, I'm going to do this for my kid, this for my kid, this for my sister, this for my family, blah blah blah. But they never thought, can I also enjoy things? Do I like to do some things? And I think this is what Canada gives us too. When I was growing up, I did enjoy a few things, but I never had a personality. I think I was too scattered here and there, and then I didn't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I still think that I'm on a path. Like I'm at least trying something. That's good enough. That's my expectation from myself. Like if I started my masters, I was like, at least I'm doing something, right? I
Yeah.
could be worse. I could be doing drugs, So I'm saying it's not that
It's
bad.
better than that for
It's
sure.
better than that
It's a
for sure.
different
I mean,
drug.
it depends what drugs you're talking about. Well, it's okay.
It's a different drug.
It's a different drug. Yeah. At least we are trying something. And then being in UBC, and same goes for me. When I started working my mental health job, I was in a very multicultural environment. Coming from one community to the same community in a different country doesn't let you grow.
Oh yeah.
If anything, there's so much jealousy, and then nobody wants you to be successful.
And I don't understand that mindset.
It's
Like I've seen with
it's so selfish, man.
Yeah,
And if anything, you grow, people are jealous. If not, they're jealous. They're like, you grow, you didn't tell me how to grow, and you grew by yourself, and blah 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 blah.
And the meaning of community should be that you help the person that you. It's actually from your community. It's brotherhood.
Yeah. So I'll give you one perspective of this. So you know how community is. Maybe 5 years back, when things were great, housing market was on top, lots of immigrants coming in, lots of places to rent, and blah blah blah. People, especially people who will settle here, they were here 20 years ago, and then they bought all these houses, they bought all this business, and they were hiring a lot of immigrants because it's cheaper. They were like, these people, they're messing up our place, they're dirty, they're doing this, they've all the negative things.
Yes.
Now, same thing. Immigration has stopped. Nobody's coming to Canada anymore, man. When I came in, I'll get a call every like 2 weeks. Oh, this friend of mine is coming. Oh, he's coming. This relative of yours is coming. Nobody's coming anymore.
Yeah.
Like literally nobody's coming anymore. What it's doing is there's way less renters. That's one thing. A lot of people have still bought the house. They're in 25-year, 30-year mortgage. They still have to pay mortgage. Rent has gone down. So here what the mortgage payment says. The renting is going down. So this chunk they have to pay from their pocket.
Absolutely.
Now they're like, I wish immigration was better in this country. I wish more students come in. I think everybody should get an equal opportunity. And I had a chat with a friend of mine. Her mom is a big landlord. She owns a few houses. She was talking about this. She was like, when I was growing up, my mom hated all immigrants. She's like, she just hated everybody. And she couldn't understand why she's hating on
there
them,
was
because
some kind of racism out there.
it's internal racism, right? We're racist towards our own. And then now she's more like, okay, I wish the immigration gets better. I wish more people get to come in, because she can't rent their homes. There's not enough people to work. And even if the people who are already there, they're not going to work cheap anymore.
Yes.
We won't be exploited. I've gotten exploited. You have gotten exploited, like for a very long time.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why.
Don't make me remember those things.
Isn't that one of the reasons where you start respecting multicultural, and you're like, you know what? I want to be in a place where there's all colors.
And actually, yes, I like it better just because right now I am restricted to one perspective. The more cultures to involve, the more perspectives you get.
I respect that.
Yeah.
So I don't think so. A lot of people who lived in Canada and have been here all their life, and they haven't traveled. They haven't gone to different countries. I don't think so. They understand how humongous the world is, and how many things. Like if I tell somebody, have you ever heard Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, for example? Let's take an example. There's a whole world out there who will die for this guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
His music, I still listen to his music. but there's a whole world who has no idea about it.
Yeah.
Doesn't that shows like one thing in one culture could be humongous, but in other cultures they just don't care.
Absolutely.
Like Justin Bieber, for example, like go to the countries. My grandma probably has no idea who Justin Bieber, what Canada, and she has no idea how it works.
I think so. People have formed a bubble around them, and they are very comfortable in that. Expanding the bubble means bursting the bubble.
Yes.
So yeah, not everyone is comfortable in that. Even for me, when I had to come here, it was nerve wracking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I was never prepared, and I think so. Neither were you.
Nobody prepares you. This is so. Let's talk about this. So the way you grew up, the way you were in your family, and when you were left on your own in this country where everybody is going to take advantage of you. How was that?
Trust issues. The moment I landed, or actually the moment I boarded flight from Indira Gandhi Airport in Delhi, I was told one thing: trust nobody, including my own cousins over here.
Yeah.
So trust nobody.
I know that.
Look at that part.
All right.
Well, yeah. I think so. That is one of the reasons I am able to survive here too. Better than everyone, or better than majority.
Yeah.
Because your circle defines who you are today. I'm glad we are still in the same circle, but I don't know many of the guys who still live in the same house, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Who used to live with us.
yeah.
Right? So,
do you think your circle has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller?
Oh, yes.
When you landed and since now, like the number of people you know?
Yes, but I'm always a restricted guy. Like I love my boundaries. So I never had a big circle.
Yeah.
I think so. It's more of replacing the people with the right people right now. So if I still
That's a
have,
good way to say it, man. That's a very good way to say it.
Yeah. So if I had like 5 to 6 people before, still I have 5 to 6 people, but now the people I like and I can enjoy my time with, rather than just being a part of the group.
Enjoying the time. You know how people have this disagreement on how you don't spend time with each other, especially among brothers, right? You're like, oh, you didn't meet me for a month. What the hell, man? Come see me, blah, blah, blah. I have come to a point where I respect that. I'm like, okay, this guy didn't meet me for a month. What were you doing, man? Oh, you're working on this. Like, I'll respect it. Like, you know, that you're busy, I'll respect it. You know what? I get it, man. I'm so busy this last few months. I'm working on this, I'm working on that. I respect that you have no time.
Yeah. And that's maturity, I would say.
Yeah. If somebody isn't respecting that you're busy, the replacement theory comes in.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they don't understand, or they're not on the same path as you.
My father usually says one thing. It's he says like, we are all sitting in a train. Everyone around you is a passenger. Everyone will get off at their own stop. You can't get off with them. You can't stop them for getting off with you. So yeah, enjoy while they are there. If they're gone, they're gone. It's fine.
What a nice thing to say, man. I like that line. All right, let's talk about your work.
Yeah.
So you did your diploma from UBC.
Yes.
And then you got an accounting job, and
Yes.
I think I was there. I remember. How was that? Before this, you did a lot of customer service. I know you worked at Staples for a while. Do you still work? No, right?
No. Luckily, no.
All right, I'll trust that.
But Staples was one of my first jobs.
Yeah.
And the most loved jobs. I still would recommend this kind of job to every student.
Every newcomer. I agree.
It's easier.
Yeah.
It teaches you a lot about customers, about the people you have to deal with in the future, because you're not planning to stay. Even if you're planning to stay in any industry, you have to deal with people, because it's all consumer based, either service or product based.
Yeah.
So that teaches you the mentality of how to deal with different kind of people.
And speaking.
Yeah, for sure.
English speaking. Because we all are ESLs. English is our second language. We did learn English. Like we knew how to write it. We understand grammar. We didn't speak as much.
No.
You know, the speaking wasn't there. So when I moved here, of course, my circle was all the people around me, right? But the speaking wasn't there.
Yeah.
Then when I got the job and mental health jobs, multicultural, right? I started speaking. I'm like, okay, I'm bad, because I don't think so people understand that you say something, I'm going to translate that into a different
There's a
language.
different process.
I'm going to think what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to translate it back to English, and then I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
It's going to take 2 seconds.
Oh, absolutely.
Very awkward 2 seconds.
And because we don't practice it that much,
Yes, exactly.
our processes are slow.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'll take us a while.
Take us
Give
a
us a
while.
moment.
Yeah.
And if someone was speaking this fast,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to reply back. I would just be silent,
Yeah.
calm.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yeah. So when you started this job, how did you get this job? Let's talk about that first.
I didn't get any of the accounting job. It was not easy for me. Multiple reasons for that. When I did my courses, it's not being an immigrant over here. One of the key things that you like for me when I was a student, one of the key things for me was just to get my work permit at that point, because I was on a study permit.
Yeah.
So for me, getting the credits, enough credits to get the work permit, was more important than studying and learning.
Yeah.
Right. But during the time, I learned that was a wrong approach. I changed it, but it was late. So that somehow impacted my performance. And one of the reasons it was not easy for me to get the jobs. Second reason was immigration as well at that point. A lot of people looking for jobs, not a lot of companies giving out the jobs. And being a beginner in this field, it's not just the people who have studied accounting will apply for these jobs. Everyone, you and me, you studied BBA, you're still eligible.
Yeah.
Right? Anyone did MBA, he's also eligible.
Yeah.
So we had a lot more population in general as compared to what kind of job.
Way more competition back then, yes.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
So yeah, that was one of the biggest troubles for me. I landed my first job in accounting thanks to the company I work at right now, and thanks to the manager. She gave me the chance, and she must have known that it was not easy, or it will not be easy. But yeah, she gave me the chance still, and I'm very glad for that. I'm very thankful to her.
So how's that going? How is going to an office now? Because that's somewhere our dream. Yeah. That's what we call the Canadian dream, where you go, you work in an office, it's a booth, and then you work there all day, and you come home, you own your house, blah blah blah. Yeah. How is working in an office? Because you worked at customer service before this, and that's a whole different, where there's no place to sit. You're walking around all day. People are calling you all day. There's always those people who have some problems, and then they're gonna put it all on you, and you're like, what can I do?
Well, one thing with Staples was there's always a motion.
Yes.
Right? It's never stopping. Many a days I won't even take a break.
Yeah.
So it was direct 8 hours on foot.
Crazy.
But in the accounting job, it's different. I have my own office, my desk, my chair, and everything to my liking. It was awkward in the first place for me, just because the luxury I was having over here, I never imagined that I would get. One downside is you don't have people to talk to.
Yeah.
All your life at the workplace is 2 screens, your desk and your chair, and replying to the emails. I might be talking to someone via emails throughout the day, but I don't even know their face.
No human connection.
Yeah, that's one of the things. That is one of the reasons I was working at Staples as well part-time, just because I was missing that part out. So I won't isolate myself. I had to find a way to get along with the people. And the best connections I had was during the time I was in Staples, or I was a student. In terms
you do
of
meet
circle.
so many people. Yeah. So many people, a lot of bad ones, a lot of good ones too. Some good ones, I would say. Staples is, of course, you meet so many people, a lot of new faces all the time, lots of new challenges all the time.
Yes, a lot.
So there's this persona of accounting work, right? That it's the same work, you just repeat it again and again and again. Is that true?
Are you talking Staples or in accounting?
Accounting.
True and false both.
Okay.
Because I would say in any job when you enter, you need to have a growth mindset. And with a growth mindset, I means you need to know what your next steps should be. So I entered the accounting world in the same way. When I entered, it was a blank book. Whatever you write in it is my theory. But I had the indexing of what I'm expecting next. And that I think so is still helping me out. Because when I joined, it was more of a data entry job.
Yeah.
Right? Then I entered into bookkeeping. I learned more about the practical sides of journal ledgers, the financial statements. Now I'm preparing those,
Mm.
right? I
Very
am in charge of
to and
certain,
by.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm in charge of certain things now. Like no one looks after that, just me. If I'm on vacation, either I have to take time to do it,
Mm.
or when I come back, it'll be done then.
So it's your
So
responsibility. So, for example, you take 3 weeks off.
yeah,
Either you have to pre-do it, or you come back and you just work extra hours and do it.
this is the this is the main difference between one of the corporate jobs in the office versus in the retail. Because in retail, if you're gone,
You're
someone,
gone.
yeah, there are many replacements of you. While in the corporate office, it's on you. Like you have a set responsibilities that you have to do.
When you're gone and then you don't have a responsibility, do you think that it's a different mindset of how you're doing the work? Does it changes? For example, I'll give you an example. If I leave my work at 3:30, if the building burns down later, I don't care until I come back on 7:30. That's a mindset. And that's also like when it, once like I have this rule where I never bring work home. If I'm done, I'm genuinely done. Like I deleted Teams from my phone. I deleted Outlook. Like I don't want to see an email. If it's important enough, they'll call me, or I'll go back tomorrow and see. And then if I'm responsible for it, for example, if I would be managing one of the programs, I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna make sure things are okay. I'm gonna check in on with people if they are doing okay. Like, do you think it's a different mindset when you're working? Like, does your work changes when you are responsible for it?
Yes. Because I have the authority and responsibility both right now, and I feel more involved in the work. It's because I think so. One of the main reasons would be because I have a lot of freedom.
Hmm.
The more freedom the company gives you, the more involved you can be because you own that thing at that point. With Staples, it was not like that.
Yeah,
It was like the moment you left the door, yeah, if the building burns down, I'll be happy.
it's okay. You lose
So,
some shifts, but it's okay.
yeah. But with the accounting job, I think so. The thing that impacts me right now is, oh, this person might be affected because this won't be done right now.
Yeah.
Or I know my certain weeks will be affected off work
Hmm.
just because of this problem happened.
You're a pretty sincere person in general. I've known you for years, so I can say that. Uh, Here's my question: for the amount of work you do in as an accountant, does the money matches?
I there It's not only one-sided actually. I would say there are many things to think about. Um, for me, doing CPA, my company supporting CPA,
Hmm.
giving me the flexibility is more important for me than just the money right now.
The bigger goal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if 3 years I'm getting enough flexibility, getting off when I need for my studies, for
Yeah.
my all the modules, that will help me throughout my life after that.
Hmm.
Right. So if even if I'm getting below median right now, I'll be happy.
What's the median right now for a accounting job? Like entry
If
level.
entry level, I would say 45 to 50.
45 is
45 is
22 an hour and 50 is 25 an hour. So
around there,
between
yeah.
22 and 25.
But the good thing is you get 45 to 50, but it's not an 8-hour job. Majority of the places it's 7 hours. So
Oh,
35
there's
hours.
no overtime budget there, right?
No,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely not. So yeah, you'll miss on that.
Hmm.
But the freedom that you have after this is it's a whole different level. You know that your work week is 5 days, the
Yeah.
set days, the set time.
Yeah.
And what I like about my company is the time of starting is flexible.
Hmm.
So if I want, I can start at 7. If I want, I can start at 10.
So if you wake up and you're like, one more hour,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start late 1 hour. Ah, cool.
It's more on the team side.
Not that what he does. This was an example, and he just agreed that this was just
Yeah.
one of the
So
reasons.
for example, recently I had my midterms.
Yeah.
I needed to come early so that I could leave early and I could prepare for my exams. And my manager was okay with this.
Yeah, that's
Just like as long as the work is getting done, I don't even care if you can take a day off.
what a nice thing to say, actually.
Yeah.
As long as the work is done, I'm okay.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. Ah, cool. Okay. So how long ago did you start this job?
This accounting job has started around, it's 3 years now.
3 years.
Yeah.
Let's compare 3 years. Okay. 3 years ago when you started, do you think anything has changed in last 3 years in terms of the resources you have, the system you work in, and how much of dependency the company has on you in terms of you started as an entry level and you have no idea what this work is. How much do you think has changed in the last 3 years?
Significant. There's a huge change in terms of what I was doing and what I'm doing right now, and the company's reliability on me. Um, Starting from a part where I could be replaced any moment to if I am going now, there'll be a big shock. Absolutely. It'll be night and day. Certain parts of the job is what only I take care of and no one else is trained. That is one of the downsides too. But if I am gone, there is no one to do it. So yeah, that is a huge difference.
I mean, I'm a big believer of you're always replaceable. Like it won't be like you leave today and the
Yes.
company will be shut down.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But the balance of relationship has to be there. Same goes for any other relationship too,
Yes.
right? Even like as far as you go, even with your parents, if you die tomorrow, it's not like they're gonna stop living. They're gonna still live their life. They'll get used to of it one day, and
the
then
earth will
one
still
day
rotate around
the
the
earth will
axis.
still rotate. But it's good to know that where you are, you feel important, and then you have the flexibility, and because you're a good worker, things will work out for you.
Yes.
Where at a lot of places, and it's very common among all the places I've worked to, is even if you're good at what you're doing, even if you're doing everything, if there is toxicity around and some people don't like you, they're gonna make problems from things.
See, I won't say my job currently is all gold and shimmers. It's definitely there. Every workplace will have some kind of
Yeah.
corporate politics.
But have you learned how to work with it?
Yeah, I think so. That is what changed in me.
Yeah.
And that is the most important part. Just because if I can navigate the tough situations,
Yeah.
I know I can survive this thing.
Okay, here's the question. Somebody he's 19 right now and he wants to be an accountant, and that's what he sees as a fancy, because they show accountancy as a very fancy thing.
Oh, it is.
And they're like, yeah, you're an accountant. Wow, you must be making a lot of money. Anyways, so
That's a lie.
it depends what a lot of money. What do you mean by a lot of money, right? So, for example, they're 19 right now. They could be in India, they could be in Canada. It doesn't matter. What you study when you're doing accounting and when you're working, how is it different? Because, for example, I'm going to take my example. I was studying accountancy when I was in grade 11, right? I was really good at it because I got good teachers too, honestly, and I scored like amazing in accountancy and horrible in everything else. But I was very good at accountancy, and that's one of the reasons why I was like, you know what, I should be an accountant. Do you think that's a good way to go about it? Because what you study and what you do, is it very different, or is it like same things?
See, one thing I'll tell you is definitely the grade 11, grade 12 will make the foundation. The purpose of these two grades is not to be proficient in accounting, but to proficient in understanding what the journal entries are, how one thing will impact the other. The faster you learn this thing, the faster your mind processes, the better it is in the practical world. I won't say it directly correlates, but there is a big correlation in this. If you are taking time to think, oh, if I get money in the bank right now, how would I report it?
Yeah.
Right? Your practical work today would be affected just because that simple GL would make a big difference right now. That can change the financial statements, and if audited, that can be a big trouble.
So you need to study.
You need to study. Not just accounting, anywhere you go, if you're planning to do something, have your foundation strong. No building can rely on a weak foundation.
I like that. I like that. It's a very good way to say. I mean, I agree with you. So there's another saying is, the math theory is you learn maths and then you think, oh, I'm never going to use it in my actual life. So what maths does, especially mathematics, is it teaches you how to learn.
Wow.
It's not what you learn. It teaches you how to learn and then use it somewhere. For example, the formulas and everything will A plus B whole square, blah, 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 blah. So it teaches you, okay, this is the set of formula, there's reasoning behind it. And then you can use it to solve this. So there's two perspectives. So there's two things you got to do. You got to learn. You got to learn a thing or whatever resource you have, and then there's going to be a problem, and you're going to use that to fix this problem.
Wow.
So it's a process of learning, which I think growing up,
I never thought of that this way, but
you said the exact same thing where you got to know what money in and out is. You got to know what credit and debit is.
Yes.
to later down the line solve the bigger problem, because you're going to
Absolutely.
learn how to learn and then solve shit.
One thing people get wrong about accounting is that you have to work for a company or something. But accounting is required in every day.
Yes.
Do you have a bank account?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you expense money out? Like, do you
Yes.
make expenses?
All the time.
Coffee you're having right now,
Yeah.
you must pay for that.
Thanks for the tea, by the way.
So the resources that go into that,
Yeah.
those were bought
Mhm.
by the credit or a debit card.
Yes.
So you used that. So there'll be a process of budgeting. You earned something, you put a budget out, that is what you'll be putting in groceries and rent and everything. That is all accounting.
So accounting is basically the track where the money is going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So understanding your finances is accounting.
So this is one of the things that is missing in almost everybody.
Yeah.
It's like maybe 5% of people actually know how to budget, how to use the money, how to spend, how to manage, how to invest. Like these are all the parts. For example, there's $100. And you gotta now figure out before you spend that $100 to where to spend it.
Yes.
And sometimes even before the $100 came in, you need to know where the money is gonna go.
That's true. And I think so my life experiences or our life experiences are very important in that. For example, like we discussed that we both belong to a middle class family.
Lower middle class on and here and there.
Yeah. But so one most important thing for us was when our fathers, because it's a nuclear families where male brings the money in.
Only one bringing the money in, yes.
So you have to budget the whole month out around that money.
Not just that, you have to budget the month out, you have to budget what are you going to spend, yes, on the groceries throughout the month. If you're buying gold, you have to figure that out. If there's payments going to go, you're going to figure that out. Kids' birthdays coming up, sister's going to get married soon, all of those things. Like there's so many things.
So it's
on
not
that
just
one.
not just like a one perspective, like in terms of what the next week or month would be. They plan for 20 years, 25 years down the line. So like our studies,
Think about how stressful they're going to be.
and
Planning something 25, I can think until next week, and I don't think anything. Like it's
stressful.
25 years down the line, somebody's planning that, oh, my kid's just born, he's in his school fee is going to come up.
Exactly, right? And the point where our parents think that they are not educated enough, yet they are doing all these wonderful things.
Yes.
So I want to point out that not education is everything. It's the life experiences that teach you a lot too.
It's important, but it's not everything.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, let's talk about budgeting. I think this is something where every newcomer or every teenager who just got on his life on his own, like nobody's watching him where he's spending the money. It comes with freedom. Like there's a lot of freedom when you come here, because for example, when I moved, the first paycheck I made, I was like, that's a lot of money, man. And I made that by doing what? By doing whatever I did, right? So, but I didn't know how to use it. So I'll give you one backstory of mine where, when you land and you have this GIC and then the money comes in. So I got $2,000. That's the first payment where everybody's, so not just you, everybody around you is looking at it. Yeah. He must have had $2,000.
Because everyone knows that.
Everybody
the
knows.
First month you get that.
Yes, everybody knows. Anyway, so I bought a bed, I bought a mattress, I bought a lamp, I bought a side table. And what else did I did a few things, idiotic things. Yes, I know. Because the person who was with me didn't teach me, and he was there for last like 6 years in Canada. He didn't teach me anything about anything. Okay, I went to IKEA and I bought all of these things. And we went in a car, by the way. And then I think I got everything delivered. For some reason, being in the car, like it wasn't that big of a bed. You could have easily fit it in the car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's okay.
Did you pay for the delivery?
Yes, I paid $80 for delivery. Anyways, and then the delivery guy came in and I got the delivery. Now I look back, I'm like, okay, I didn't need to spend like $500 and all of those things. Like it was so shocking, and because we dealt in rupees and then we came to Canada, the value of money wasn't there. I'll give you one more thing. That first day, this is my first day in Canada, and I came in and I was like, you know what, I've heard about Tim Hortons a lot, let me go grab a coffee. So I went to Tim Hortons, I went to grab a coffee. Coffee was $2.39 something, and I had $500 with me. I didn't know how much the coffee is going to be, and I was on the front desk. I was like, she was like, you want coffee? Yes, whatever you think, cream and sugar, whatever you think. they gave me a cup of coffee, and it was like $239. My brain went $239
For a cup of coffee.
for a cup of coffee. And I'm like, shit, what am like $239 for a cup of coffee? And I calculated how much it would be back home. I was like, what am I gonna tell my parents, man?
15,000 rupees.
And I was like, should I leave the coffee? Should I just run away? Because I thought they were gonna call the police and then I'll be in trouble. Then I gave her $300. I was like, here's my money. And she was like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant $2.39.
Oh.
I was like, thank God. And then she took 100 and she, of course, gave me a lot of change. And I was like, thank God, I'm never coming here again. So, anyways, budgeting is I think extremely hard and very useful too. I think it's one of the skills everybody should learn. But budgeting is also important if you want to save money and you also want to make, because in Canada living is very expensive.
That's true.
Just the cost of living is so much. You're 50% of your paycheck, not yours right now, I know, but 50% of your paycheck goes in rent.
So still.
But then another 50% you're gonna live your life. You also need to enjoy. Yes. You need to eat. You need to work out or whatever hobbies you have, right? What do you think are the key important points to budget, and how should one focus on budgeting? What do you think?
So the most important thing in budgeting is to understand the needs versus the wants. So the basic concept is, do you need somewhere to live? That's a need. Do you need clothes to wear? That's a need. But do you need a lot of clothes to wear? No, that's a want.
I like that.
So the main difference comes out to, if you understand needs and wants, what are the differences, it'll be easier for you to budget, because you can put money aside on what you have to have versus what you could have. I know if I'm earning 1,000 a week being a part-time student, I know
you were earning 1,000 a week.
Oh, it's
example. Okay. I was like, you didn't tell me about this.
Less than 1,000 every 2 weeks.
Example. I'm sorry.
Or let's say 2,000 a month.
All right, you don't have to clarify. Okay, you got it.
Yeah. So if you're getting 2,000 a month,
yeah,
700 goes in rent.
Yeah.
300 to 350 goes for the food.
Yeah.
And you have to have a transit pass. So you put money towards that. And that is just basic. Now you need to have a phone. You put money towards that. You need to have some budgeting for your freedom too. So I normally put $100 to $200 for, it could be my movies, it could be going out with friends, eating out, whatever. The remaining, now you have to think for your future too. So put a bit of the money aside for your savings, and the rest, if you have any borrowings, goes towards that.
Okay, so this is something, because you explained me how your priorities are and what should you prioritize before you budget.
That's a good way to say. You have to understand what your priorities
are. What your priorities are, right? Is your priority to live? Like, is your priority to eat, or do you need that bag? Or do you need that shirt? It's very important, right?
Yeah.
I came from very poor family, and very, I don't want to say very poor. We had money to eat, but we didn't had extra money.
Yeah.
I think that's
so we need to focus on what we want to enjoy.
So, but even growing up in that environment, I didn't know how to budget, because my wants would be something I share it with my parents, and I'll tell them, and they're gonna wait a little bit, and then they'll fulfill that want.
But the needs were always
met, right? So when I moved here, I didn't understand how to distinguish those two, because now I have the money and I can do what I want.
It's a money.
So in the beginning, I did a lot of mistakes. And good or bad, I had a lot of bad influence around me. So, and then I did a lot of bad mistakes too. I learned my lesson eventually, and eventually I think this is something can now never be taught. You just learn when you mess up, and then
you have to go with the flow.
You have to just experience it to learn it, right? But this is a big difference that I found with a lot of people around me. For example, I have $100 note. $100 in my hand and $100 in their hand are two different $100.
Yes.
And this is how I saw it. Eventually, when I understood everything, right? Because I was thinking that if I work hard enough, I'm going to be this, or I can enjoy my life. I can have a car. I can do this and that. But then I went to India and I came back. And it just changed me, man. It's just changed me how life is. It just changed everything about me
What
because
changed?
I was I was so isolated in the terms of my life. I was so isolated here. Not that I was isolated and want people around me. Like in my own world, I was in my own world so
You were in
much,
your bubble.
in my little bubble, right? I went to India and I saw where the life is and how far I have come. Because even if things were getting better in my life, right? I did my bachelor's, I secured a good job, I started working with the government, I started learning so many things. I picked up a complete different field, right? I did all those bold decisions where I was doing good for myself, right? And I went back home and I took a labor and I was like, okay, I may have improved in last 3 years, but everybody else in my family is same. Not in terms of they haven't grown, but they're so buried under financial stress, this stress, that stress, that they had no opportunity to grow, which I did because I was in Canada. And it just changed me. And I was so satisfied of where I was in life that now I'm doing double of what I was doing. Like I can never be satisfied.
Yeah, that's a
If
good
I
thing.
think I'm working very hard and after a point working hard doesn't feel working hard, I need to do something more. Now I need to do something more. Now I need to do something more. Because for what I'm doing, it's not just about me anymore. It's not just about do I feel fulfilled? It doesn't matter. There's so much to achieve.
Wow. Okay.
It changed me, man. It changed me.
That's
I
different.
spent like maybe in 48 hours just living with my family. Because you're living a whole life and it's pretty busy here, you forget why you came here and you forget how much responsibilities you have. You may not realize because our parents they don't know how to talk. They don't care about feelings. They're not going to share everything if things are going bad. When I went back home, man, I saw my mom with some gray hair, and that I was like, oh shit, when did this started happening? My dad wasn't as quick anymore. All of those things, it just changes you.
That's very true. For me, I think so. You went earlier than me, right?
I think a
Then,
year earlier, yeah,
yeah,
something
then
like
you
that.
pushed me to go.
Yeah, and then I pushed you to go. Yes, I
Yeah,
was like, you gotta go, man.
this was different.
Yeah.
Exactly. Seeing your parents, seeing your people growing old, it's
Oh,
different.
it's different. No money in the world, nothing in the world compares because you're so dependent on them throughout the life. And you're like, no, everything you do is around mom. You walk into your house, you see your dad, you don't care about him. He's like, where's mom? Okay, mom's
Exactly.
there. Okay, mom, I need this and that. All of those things. When I went back, man, oh, it was like a good punch in the face. You get punched and you're like, okay, I need to wake up. Like this is great. I used to wear those fancy watches, and and I'll walk around with that watch. I'll wear short. Like I was very Canadian when I went back. I was like, what the hell? Like this is useless. Like I started wearing this watch to remind me
The simplicity.
this is where I come from. That's why I wear this watch. And there's a lot of story behind it. Anyways, it changed me, man. It changed me. It changed the way I used to look at people. It changed the way how I used to think about things. It changed the way I am learning. It changed the way I spend money. Like it's so much big difference. Like I never spend money spontaneously anymore. Like it just changed. I only spend money on needs, and that's it. I have 5 Uniqlo shirts. I have 5 jeans. I may have some pajamas here and there. That's all I have. I never needed to buy new shoes. I never need, unless I need one and my old one breaks. Like it changes you.
Wow, you're living edge to edge.
It changes you, man. It just changes you. Like nothing is important anymore.
For me, my trip was very different as compared to yours. Then,
Yeah.
for me, it was growing, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Because my parents had business, right? So at a point during COVID and everything, we had to shut down the business. That turned out to be a blessing in disguise.
It worked
Honestly.
out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My father used to go like from 9 a.m. till 11 p.m.
Oh,
and every day, no holidays.
where is the work-life balance?
Exactly,
People talk
right?
about work-life balance at 9 to 11.
9 to 11. And to his point, when he comes back, if there was any problem at home, he didn't have energy left to deal with it.
Do you think? I think it's very bad to say. Do you think you understand why parents would slap their kids when they come home?
And that is
Like,
required.
okay, I get it now.
So I forced my dad to retire.
Yeah.
It was definitely a forceful, difficult first 2 years of retirement, but they are happy now. I feel myself fulfilled when I see their happiness. Definitely, they are old. They are
Hmm.
not as fast. They cannot do all the things that they can. But sometimes seeing the freedom in them makes me feel happy that I am capable of something.
Do you think they learned how to enjoy things?
Uh, it's they are learning.
They're learning
They're
this.
learning.
It's still going.
It's
Yeah.
just like teaching an elementary kid to hold a pencil.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So for them, enjoying money was living on the least amount and saving the rest.
Saving the rest. Yeah.
So my marriage and this and that, and I was like, no.
Oh, you're gonna get married soon too.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for you, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Anyways, so yeah, that's one of the big ones for me too, man. I was so emotional when I came back. First time, like when I left India and I came here, I wasn't that emotional. I was actually very happy and I was so excited. Canada, Canada. I'm gonna go see Canada. I'm gonna go see Western world. I think I belong there. That's how my thinking was. I think I'll do amazing. I'm gonna buy this car. Blah blah blah. All of those things. Then I went and I got a shock, man. I was like, okay, my family's still there and I have so much responsibility. They may be not sharing it with me, but the problems are still
That's
there.
a problem, right? Your parents would never like to share that just because they think that you're under so much burden.
Yeah.
Don't want to burden you more.
Which is true too at a point where Canada is tough. Like it's tough, man. You're so isolated all the times. There's so many things going on. Your life is expensive. The system is messed. You go out and you see so many things. Like there's Canada is tough for sure. So is India.
But I still think India is worse in that case.
India is a lot worse, but
Yeah, just because you have a lot of dependents
yes,
and
100%.
you don't have any privacy or freedom.
What is privacy? What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly, right?
No such thing.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, and then see, privacy comes with a lot of isolation, which comes with a lot of mental health issues. Because I'm from the field, I can say a little bit on it. Where when you're too isolated and you don't talk, like human, we are social animals, right? We got to talk to each other to stay alive. Basically, if you leave a human on a stranded island, he won't die from food as much he would die from his isolated behaviors, and he's not going to talk to anyone, right? So we need to talk, and the society is there, good and bad. There's both good and bad sides, but I think from a lower middle class immigrant perspective, and I think I can say this is even at Canada's worst, it's all right. It's not a bad place. It's not at all a bad place. You can drive 20 minutes and you'll be at a beach. You'll drive 30 minutes, you'll be in a mountain full of snow. Like air is cleaner. Nobody's gonna attack Canada ever. As nobody's gonna attack it.
Yeah.
It's one side it's mountains and snow, one side it's ocean, one side it's ocean. On the bottom it's the United States of America. And if America ever decides to actually fight with Canada, they're gonna surrender day two, man. Americans like the army is too big. It's
Yeah.
just humongous, right? They spend so much money on it.
I think so.
So you're
how
still
how close the partner as Canada is to US, I find it difficult.
it's so hard, and that's what I'm saying too. Like there's so many things. So it's one of the safest countries. Dubai was known to be one of the safest cities. There's attacks right now.
Yeah.
It's next to Iran. Iran and Dubai just has one sea in between. It's attacked right now. And what's next? It was known to be the safest city. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Same goes for India too. India is at any point, anything that makes India unsafer is the people living there. Nobody from outside is making it as unsafe as other countries. Like there's um, so many issues going on around the world that there's India is all right. Canada is better.
I think so. The only termite India has it is the mentality of people are different.
People there.
Yeah.
100%.
And everyone throughout the world is taking advantage of that. Even the politicians inside.
Yeah.
Because even though the British has left, but the mentality of divide and rule is still there.
Yeah. Still here too.
If India unites today, I don't think so anyone can beat it.
India has so much resources, man. There's so many people, and then you know how we say, bachelor's is the bare minimum, master's is what everybody's doing. Here, if somebody if somebody goes to school, amazing. So, like high school diploma is a big thing here.
Yeah.
where somebody crosses high school. I was like, that's grade 12. You should be stressed. What are you going to do next? What are you celebrating for?
Exactly, right?
Right? And then doing in a diploma would be, okay, she's a young girl. She's going to get married soon. So she's studying what she can study.
Yeah.
That's a bare minimum, right? Anyways, but not here. It's a different world. And this is what I think is amazing about Canada is you don't really need the education. And you can switch careers at any point in life. At
Yes.
any point. You're no less smarter if you just work hard.
I think so. The main difference comes out to there is little people to judge you as compared to back home.
Yeah.
People have expectations from you, and if you do not fulfill those expectations,
Yeah.
your social reputation goes down quickly.
Okay.
I'll give you a quick example. When I was back home, I don't find myself to be an entrepreneurial mindset, right? Not a big one, at least. So, at a point when I was in my doing my bachelor's, I had an idea of we have so many students. Why don't I open my own food cart?
Yeah.
Right? And being in a model town or something like it'll be good.
Yeah, it's
Expensive, but still good.
Yeah.
One of my brother's friend, his elder brother's friend, already did it. So we were like, okay, but we saw his social reputation going down. He earned
Right.
money for sure, like crazy amounts, but he didn't have any circle left. So
Just because he was selling something on the streets on a cart. Yeah.
exactly. But if you do the same thing in Canada, no one gives a
People
shit.
are going to respect you too. Like, oh, good for you, man. You're
Right.
running your own business.
I think so. I am successful over here just because there is no one to judge me.
Do you think the term good for you is the biggest difference?
Yeah.
You know, so as a social worker, you make decent money, whatever, right? Mental health worker, you make decent money. As a director, you make decent money too.
Mm-hmm.
No director in the world is going to come to a social worker or a mental health worker and say, oh, this is how much I make. You should respect me. If anything, they'll say, mental health worker would go, or anyone who's making less money would go, good for you, man.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I think so. People don't.
How does that makes a difference? I mean,
exactly,
you
right?
mean we are
People are
saying.
so engrossed in their
Yeah.
own thing, they
Yeah.
don't really have time to wonder about or do jealousies. Even
Or
if
at
they do,
least
no one cares.
jealous all you want, do whatever you want, think whatever you want. At least don't interrupt. Like
Yeah.
if I'm doing something, don't tell me what to do. You know.
Yes. And I think so I'll be worried if someone's judging me, if someone I know is judging me,
Oh, that's
right?
instead of supporting you.
Exactly. If, for example, I don't know you, you're
Yeah.
judging me, I don't give a shit.
It's okay.
about this. I don't give a damn
Okay,
about this.
I have bigger
Go ahead.
problems.
Yeah, right. So I think so. I have done like different kind of jobs over here. More than I was counting the other day. More than
Yeah.
20 different
Yeah.
jobs. Good and bad, everything.
Oh,
Yeah. So
we've done snow shoveling.
oh yeah,
All
I've
those
done
things.
cleaning.
Beautiful job.
Yeah.
Cleaning. Yeah.
I think so. You have done that too, right?
Yeah.
Just cleaning
Beautiful.
and everything. Every job had a different thing that we enjoyed. Like for example, snow shoveling, I still love it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Give me a call. Maybe for a little more money, but I'll do it.
I think so. For me, money is a different scenario right now. It's more of the fun that I missed in that.
Yeah.
Right? I miss that right now. Sometimes when it snows, it rarely snows in Vancouver.
But it didn't snow at all. We have cars now.
Exactly.
It's great.
But I am missing that part. And if I were in India and the same situation happened, do you think I would have
shoveled anything outside?
Oh, man.
What are the neighbors are going to say?
People even clean the streets in front of them.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
We'll hire somebody to clean it.
Yeah. That's the main difference.
No, that was. I remember making that extra money in 2 hours, whatever. Right? It was the most beautiful money you can have. Right?
Absolutely, and you had the freedom in the world.
And you had nobody's checking on you. Nobody's doing anything.
All you had.
You and me know what we're gonna do. You start doing it. You meet in the middle. It's like all done. Let's go.
Exactly, and we know we didn't cheat.
Yeah, and that's the sincerity, right? That's what you expect. I think that's one of the things. Is good and bad. I think it's good and bad. Where if you work hard, if you keep your head down, and you do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna be fine in Canada.
Yeah,
that's what I like about this country. You're gonna be fine for the most part. Bad is if you don't know how to be nice to your managers, if you don't know how to smooth talk. Yes, of course, the growth opportunities are gonna be limited, but it's not that big that it's gonna destroy your life. Whereas I think in our culture, if you don't know how to do that, you're gonna be stuck at 30,000 rupees a month, and then you're not gonna go too far.
Pretty much. pretty much. Over here, there'll be a growth ceiling on the small gigs that you can do for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, there'll be a cap on the total income that you can earn.
There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
But I
gonna
think
ask.
so.
Yes, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
But I think so, yeah, where that is where the education would come in.
Yes,
The way of speaking, the networking, all those
the
things come in.
interpersonal skills. Yes, 100%. I'm gonna ask you this question. So you did an accounting job. You got to meet all the multicultural. Do you think AI has affected anything, or do you think everything is still the same?
This is a very conflicting question.
There's a reason I asked this question. I'm gonna come next on it.
Okay.
Do you think AI has made any difference?
Yes, it has. It has made people dumber.
Dumb. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't written an email in like a year now.
Exactly, right? The other, I think so, it was back in December when I was trying to write an email.
Yeah.
I was using AI before that. It was difficult for me to frame an email.
Yes.
I looked to my past emails and I was like, oh my god, that is written by me.
I wrote that. Wow,
Right?
crazy.
So I gave up on AI at that point for writing the emails. I make it do the small gigs that it should do. I was having a chat with my professor the other day. His name is Alim. Check his YouTube channel, one of the best.
No, well.
He's a guy. He was a magician, turned his career to accountant.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah. So he's very good in understanding people and all these things. So we were having a chat as like, how is AI changing the world as compared to what it should do?
Yeah.
And we ended up finding that AI, it's more like if you're trying to draw, instead of drawing on a blank canvas, now you're just tracing everything and you're saying that you're an artist. That is not real art.
That's not art.
Starting the thing is the real art. You have the image in your mind. You have the courage to make a bad decision. That is what art is.
True.
And I think so. This is what is missing due to AI.
All right. Do you believe AI is taking over jobs? That's my question. Because when we talked about Canada, we talked about all the jobs and this and that. So I have an opinion on it. I have an opinion, but I want to know your opinion first. Do you think AI is taking over jobs?
I would say there is a revolution coming up, but it won't be that big as we are expecting. AI is more of a tool than a replacement. And if you see in US right now, the companies who used AI and laid off all the human resources are going bankrupt.
Yes. Yes.
They are
for a lot of
to
reasons. Yeah.
get the immigrants or the human resources back. So my take is that AI can act as a tool to what I do right now.
Yeah.
It cannot overtake it.
It cannot overtake it. See, I've always believed this. AI is going to take over all the dumb jobs that doesn't require a lot of brains. That's what I think.
Yes.
Right. For example, not just dumb jobs. I think that's a bad thing to say. I'm sorry. A job that doesn't require a human intervention. For example, copywriters was a big one. They all lost their jobs. Right. A lot of people think editing was a big one. Some people still have the jobs, but majorly has lost it. Yes. Like I would say 40% have lost it. But you know what? If one industry is going to go down, next one is going to go up. And the only thing which is going to save you is keep improving your skills, keep learning new things. A big example is elevators. So maybe 50 years ago, there was a person assigned in elevator to go up and down.
Yeah.
Now it's automatically done.
Yes.
So yes, automation came in.
Yes.
It took over his job, which is true. Yeah. But does that mean there's less jobs out there? So I think AI will definitely take over a lot of unnecessary steps, but it's not going to take over jobs, man. At the end of the day, there will be jobs. It's on you how, if, for example, if I lose my job today, tomorrow I have to be a cleaner again to run my family. You know what? That's what my job is.
Exactly. And to your point, that's actually very true. If AI in my field comes in today, it can only overtake the data entry stuff.
Exactly.
And even if it takes all my job, I would say at one point, there has to be someone to check that if it is doing it right or not. So there will be another job created.
So as an accountant, there's a lot of problem solving skills you need, right? Because just taking one information, putting it on the computer is not being an accountant. It's okay. There's a problem. We have no idea where the money is.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to figure it out.
Yes.
You can put that in AI. It'll tell you all the legal system and this and that. You can go check blah 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 blah. But you need a human to be creative enough to look at the right places.
Yes.
Or if somebody's stealing money and all of those things, you gotta know. For example, if I say I went to a meeting and then there was this client and I ended up spending $10,000 on that meeting. AI would see, okay, that was an expense. This guy isn't lying, and he did spend $10,000, and I have the receipt for it. As an accountant or a creative person, you're gonna go and see a pattern, how much he's spending, where did he spend, did he even need to spend that money, did he cash back, and all of those things.
Yeah, that's a very, very
There
big
is-
thing. A
There's so
cashback
many
is
things.
actually a
People don't understand this, man. You gotta know a little bit of accountancy. So, for example, I bought a TV for this office. TV was $10,000. I have the receipts. I returned that TV. Nobody knows TV is there or not. I returned that TV. Receipt is still there. I got another receipt where I had a gift card, or he put it in my bank account. Whatever happened, doesn't matter. But I still have the receipts. That's an expense.
Yes.
Technically, I did spend the money.
Yeah.
Companies is gonna reimburse me because I did spend the money.
Yes.
I didn't lie. I spent the money. So AI is not gonna catch that.
No,
You know?
not anytime soon, I would say.
That's what I'm saying. So you need the people. You definitely need the people. All right. AI is done. Let's talk about, what do you think is the future of accountancy? I mean, AI is definitely going to be there. But if somebody is considering he wants to be an accountant, what do you think? What do you think are the things he should look at? For example, should he focus more on audit? Should he focus more on data entry? Should he focus more on how to set up new accountancy departments for upcoming businesses? Should he focus more on opening their own firm and then subcontracting things from different companies? What are the areas do you think within accounting they should focus more on?
There are actually many areas, and you can focus on whichever you like. But I would always recommend work somewhere that gives you the wider knowledge of everything, at least a touch of everything, so you understand what you like and what you dislike. For example, for me, I loved auditing, right? When I was
finding faults.
Yeah. So, but now that when I see how auditors work in the external auditors work in my company, I don't like it anymore. I am more inclined towards the taxation side now. So I only learned this part just because I experienced it. So I would say experience everything, taste every meal.
Yeah.
You'll like it or not, you'll know it.
That's a good way to put. You should be willing to learn.
Yes.
Like, don't be focused on one thing and then just follow it blindly. Experience and then set up a goal slowly and slowly. Have a bigger goal for sure.
Yeah.
Like, my bigger goal is to live stress-free. That's my bigger goal. Like, I don't want to think about anything when I wake up. But to live stress-free, there's a lot of stress you got to take first.
Yeah.
Right? So have a bigger goal, as if you want to be in accountancy, be in that department, but then you should be able to experience everything. Like, be open, take on more work if you have to do.
Exactly.
If you have to
And
take
it's
on,
not like you can open your firm the next day once you're done with your studies and UBC. There's a whole step for even to complete your CPA. You need to have 3 years of experience. So that needs to be complete. And that experience will teach you how the real life works. What is taught in the schools is not exactly how I interact with the people and how they provide me results.
That's true.
Right? I get a question over there, this big case study. I learn everything from them. It's easy. I can find things, I can apply it. But if a client I have right now brings me a shoebox full of receipts that I have to figure out, expense out, and use it now, that's a whole different thing that school never taught me.
Yes.
So the more experience you have, I would always say, have experience in the world doing small gigs first. It'll better prepare you for your future growth. Because as my dad usually says, you need to learn how to fall in order to stand up.
It's a good thing. I like your dad, man. Yeah. All right. What made you do CPA? What was your point? I know you always had this in mind that you were in the accountancy field. Might as well do CPA too. I think that's one of the things, right? For me, like I've done my bachelor's, might as well do MBA too. That was one of the things, but I picked a different field, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do masters in something else. I want to know what made you think, all right, now it's time I got to enroll in CPA and I have to do CPA.
Um, it starts back from India actually. I started doing CA or CPA in this case. It's
CA,
known as
yeah,
CA in
yeah.
India because I did commerce or accounting in the first place because I was not good enough to do
There's so
science.
much backstory, right?
Yeah.
Right? People, all right.
Yeah, it links
There's so
back.
much back.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be when I was 6 year old. Right?
That's true. Somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the reasons I started finance or accounting was because I was not good enough to do science.
Yeah, sure. Me too.
And I believed, or in our culture, it is believed choosing the field of arts is beneath everyone. It's like if you're a failure, do that.
Yeah, if you choose arts, please don't say it in front of relatives. Just keep it to yourself. It's okay.
Exactly.
We'll accept you. It's okay.
People judge you for that.
Oh, yeah.
So I was not the brightest, I would say, but I was bright enough to do accountancy.
Yeah.
So that's how my journey starts in accounting. I learned from my grade 8th till 10th that science is way beyond me.
Yep.
I like particular topics, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
The sine, cos, and all those things now. Accounting was what I could relate with, I could use in real life with. That's how I got attached to it.
That's a big one, yeah.
And thanks to the professors who built the strong foundation for us. I loved the accounting after that. And once I enrolled in my bachelor's, the school life was gone, right? The freedom kicked in. Attending the lectures, not attending the lectures. That is when you learn how to apply it in real life, right? Because you have friends, you have your own budget, you have your own goals. Everyone tells you that these are the goals you need to work towards, but how to reach it, you have to figure it out. So what I did was, while I was doing my bachelor's, I started doing my CA.
CA, yeah. You started preparing for your CA, right?
Yeah, so it was the foundation course that you have to clear and everything.
I think you have to do bachelor's to appear for the exam, right?
No, so you can do either. So if you have cleared your bachelor's, you have already done your foundation in that case.
Yeah.
So you can directly enroll in the modular courses. While if you're doing bachelor's, you have to clear the foundation exam. So I was preparing for my foundation exam, failed the first time. So I was like, okay, the first time, it's fine, it's fine. I started preparing for it again. And at the same point, our college was our district's channel for CS. CS is company secretary.
Yeah.
I enrolled in that too. So I was like, if CA fails again, at least I have CS.
CS will work out, yeah.
I failed CA's entrance again. But
it's okay, no judgment, man. It's okay.
But I passed CS entrance.
Okay. CS entrance, yeah.
Lucky for me, CS entrance worked as CA entrance too.
Oh.
Yeah. So it is interchangeable.
Okay.
Now I was enrolled in bachelor's, CA, and CS. It was second year, and how my studies were going was brutal because I was not sure which subject I would study. Should I focus on my bachelor's? Should I focus on my CA or CS? CS is more focused on theory. CA is more focused on practicals. BCom is a mix of everything. So
BCom is everything. That's so true.
So it was all a mix up. It was like a khichdi. I failed both CA and CS.
When he said khichdi, it means stew.
Yeah, it's a mix of everything. Then
I'm just giving a Western reference.
Yeah,
it's stew. It's mix of everything. Yeah.
So at that point, I learned the more options I have, the more chances of failure it is.
True.
Yeah,
and you're also less focused. You're like, this didn't work out. It's okay.
And at a point, it was so much pressure because in the mornings I would have my bachelor's exams, in the evening I would have my CS exams.
That's pressure.
And in the next day, the day that was supposed to be a holiday for my bachelor's exam, was my CA exam. So yeah, it was
no time.
Destiny bound to be done over there. So yeah, I gave up on both CA and CS, kept it aside for after my bachelor's, focused on my bachelor's, passed that. Now I have bigger grounds to understand what CA and CS actually wants, what it is about. But yeah, by the time I was here.
And then you moved to Canada.
For my accountants, you were here. Initially after MBA, I was not planning to do it. If I would have done my UCW degree and everything. But thanks to God. I got enrolled in UBC, the program specializing in accounting. And this program teaches you all about CPA, and it's a foundation for CPA. I got into that. Now I had my previous dream coming into life.
CPA.
Yeah. After my diploma over here, I got a chance to work in accounting field before starting my CPA. And I was on the networking program in UBC once, and there were actually many seniors. Everyone was working in a big four, big sevens, and all those. One guy was not. I talked to him. I was like, "Why everyone is working there but you?" He gave me the guideline to which I believe right now. He told me that I want to see everything before entering into it. That really hit me differently. So instead of going into big fours, I started focusing on mid-sized industries. So I work in a school right now. Right? It seems like a school, but it's an arts school. The exposure it is giving me is way different from big fours. It's very narrow in big fours, very wide over here. You get thrown into anything dirty.
Yeah.
You have to clean it.
This is a small company, right?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, this needs to be done. Anish, can you come do it?
Exactly. So I had a set task, but 4 out of 5 of the days, I don't even know what extra thing would come in. And I love that. Just because I know the satisfaction you get after solving something unsolvable is different.
Yeah.
So that satisfaction is what keeps me moving towards my CPA.
So you have a very good perspective where when a lot of times when extra work is thrown at you, you don't see it as extra work, you see it as an opportunity to learn something.
I would say that's in the long run. In the short run, I might be, oh shit, what's happening? But in the long run, like for example, I started doing payroll for the company.
Yeah.
It was not immediate or not in my job description. But when I started doing it, it was a big, like 5,000 lines spreadsheet. No one knows what's going on and everything coming out from the 10 different departments. And you have to align it, fix it according to the legislative rules. Working on that initially took me 5 days to just work on the spreadsheet. Now it takes me less than 2 hours.
Oh, big difference. Yeah. And then not just that, you also do your actual work.
Yes.
So you're doing 5 days. If it took you 5 days, whatever the 5 days work is, you have to do it next week, or you have to do it side by side too. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. And I think so that your team actually has a big role to play in it.
Oh, big difference.
Yeah, because if your manager is too stubborn on that you have to work these hours, I don't think so I'll be flexible enough to take any of the extra jobs.
Yeah, well, you're not flexible, I'm not flexible either. Yeah.
Sometimes I work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And the other times I work 3 days. It's the flexibility. It's the understanding.
Yeah.
And having a good team makes a huge difference in any other work.
See, here's what I think. So you sleep 8 hours, you work 8 hours. Actually, you work 10 hours because an hour to prepare to go to work, an hour to come and decompress. Your work is more than half of your life.
Yeah.
Right? And if you have a bad team, half of your life is gone right there. Right? So might as well enjoy the time when you are at work. Be nice to everyone anyways, right? You don't need a reason to be nice. Be nice, enjoy your time, have fun, laugh here and there. Yes. Have the boundaries 100%. I believe in professional boundaries, but have fun like anyways. Like there is nothing wrong in having fun. That's cool.
It's different. Once you get like for me, Staples was a very different community as compared to my accounting job. So in Staples, you don't get time to decompress because you work 8 hours, 8.5 hours, travel and everything included. It is like 10.5 hours. You don't know when they'll call you back, right? To solve an issue that was already there. So at a point, no one knows who's dealing with one of the issues. So everyone is involved in that. Is it being resolved? No, it is just being delegated.
Oh shit, we forgot all of those things. Yeah.
So that was a different thing. Over here, we know one person is responsible for one thing where you have to reach out to.
So your mind is also not as scattered as you would at Staples. Yeah.
The deadlines are there, and I work good when there are deadlines. So I know when to finish the thing.
Do you still have the habit of doing it a day before the deadline?
No,
I think you got over it.
I think so. I got over it. Now that I have my weekends free, I push everything to the weekends.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I went by this rule. I saw this video on TikTok, right? And then the guy says, if you want to fix your life, make a schedule, follow it. Like that's how easy it is to fix your life.
But the discipline, where to bring that from?
The discipline is, I think, stop taking yourself very seriously and stop taking your advice. Like
That's a very big thing,
right?
I see. There's a thing that you should share your problems to get the advice.
Yeah.
The more you share, the different advice you get,
The
more
confused you get. Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Rather, think about the situation
Yeah.
calmly. If you're angry or happy, do not think about the situation.
Oh, what a biggest thing to learn there was,
Yeah.
right? I think you were one of the few people who told me, right, that when you're very happy, like, don't just spend money. Right? I've always been one of the person. If I'm going with somebody and I'm like, okay, I got it. I got it. Because it's so easy to pay,
Yeah.
right?
The
I got it.
tap
I got it. And you're like, okay, you need to calm yourself down. And if something good is happening, you need to be shut up about it. You don't have to say it. And I live by that rule. A lot of coworkers of mine, right? They also had the same issues. If I like them, I do approach them and tell them, hey, I know good happened. Keep it inside you. Do not share it. Not that something wrong will happen or whatever, right? We believe in evil eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
We don't believe in that. But something about just compressing yourself and keeping that happy inside you makes things better.
And I think so. It's like sharing before winning is not a win.
Yeah.
It's just like the illusion of win.
It's an illusion, yeah. Because you already start thinking about winning. You've already won in your brain, which is good and bad at the same time.
Yes.
Because if you've already won, you won't work as hard.
It's good to manifest, but
Yeah, it's good to manifest,
bad
yeah.
to forget about you could lose as well.
Yeah, you haven't done it yet.
Exactly.
It's like when you woke up and your dream was about getting ready to go to work, and then you get up and you're not ready.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh, now it's same work, but it's extra hard.
Yeah. It's all about the expectations. The more expectations you have from someone, and if it doesn't come true,
Yeah.
sadder you will be. Like, was that person bound to do that? No, it was your expectation.
So my expectation with the world has gone really, really down. Even when I meet somebody and they're like the worst, and then they'll make your life harder.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I guess. Like it's okay. I don't stress about it anymore. I think life has taught me a lot of lessons, and I think that's how we'll end this podcast too. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. I want you to share what you think about it.
Sure.
So my 3 questions. First would be, what's that one life lesson that you learned the hard way?
Opening myself to trust people. Because when you are in a different land, you don't know anyone. You don't know who to trust and who not to. So finding that one person to start with who doesn't break your trust was the most difficult thing. I think so. One of the first persons were you.
Yeah.
Because we relate with each other from the background to
Poverty.
what we are doing. Poverty.
I was like, oh, you're just like me.
Exactly. The struggles and the wins.
Yeah.
And you have, thanks to you, I would say, you have motivated me to do a lot. Because your win happened first. That motivates me to do my win. In every field.
What win?
For your studies, you graduated before me.
Yeah. I mean, I graduated because of you. I don't know why you think it's my win.
No, but again, thing is to push myself. I need an anchor, and that you were the anchor for the better job, better standard of living.
Yeah.
Right? The first car.
Yeah.
Right? And I think so even today's podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna give you a lot of credit. It's nothing weird going on here, but I'm gonna give you a credit too. Is I think I'm a very scattered person. I was way more. I'm slowly fixing a lot of my habits too. I think when I came in here, I considered myself really talented, and I thought I'm better than everybody. So the way I used to do things, I had more confidence. I was horrible, man. I had no idea what I'm doing. I was doing everything wrong. I took all the wrong decisions. I messed up a lot. And I think, but you on the same side, I mean, at least from my perspective, you were doing everything in the right way. Like you were saving money, paying school fee, this and that. I worked on 1 week, I worked like 100 hours.
Wow.
I went back and checked.
It was a point we never saw you at home.
Yeah, I worked 100 hours in 1 week because I didn't plan how I'm going to pay the school fee. And then I did what it took. So I did a lot of mistakes, but I think, thank God, right? I think I had this introspection about myself that I could take a step back and look what I did wrong, learn from it, and then probably never repeat it again. And I was honest enough to myself to learn that. But from your side, you did taught me a lot, right? You did taught me a lot about budgeting, calming myself down, and it's okay if good things happen. It's okay, relax, buddy. Like things are gonna change at any point, and looking at the bigger picture too. I do have big ambition, but I think I was very defocused, if that's the right word. I was very my focus wasn't there. I think I'm better now,
That's,
and I think we are better friends now in a lot of sense.
I guess so. I think
We,
so. I don't think so. I've seen you in quite a while
and
lately.
I respect that. If that's what we started this podcast with, right? I know you were very busy in last few weeks because of your CPA and stuff. I was very busy because I was preparing this. I had few other things to do. I'm making videos here and there. And because I met you today, I respect you a little more because we were busy. We set up a time. We're going to meet at that time. Once we are done, you're going to go do your things. I have to go edit all of this stuff. So, and we both are busy.
Yes.
And
But
I
taking
think,
time out for each
especially
other.
this age, being busy is good.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You need to be so busy. Like, I don't understand why people are relaxed.
Yeah, like you can do a lot with your time.
Like, I can't sleep. I can sleep very well, honestly, but I'm always restless thinking about my next move. Like, I gotta do something, man. I mean, last year I made the most amount of money I could physically make. I calculated. I was like, I couldn't have done better. Even if one day I
That's nice.
succeed in life, I did 2 full-time jobs. You remember? I made the
And
most
that's not
amount of
easy
money.
to tell the
Yeah.
followers. It's
Yeah.
not easy, honestly.
I didn't call in sick anytime. I worked very hard. I did everything I should be doing. Right? I made all the money. I didn't manage it well. I did got married, and that took a big chunk. I did build a house that took a big chunk, right? But knowing all of that and that, like, doing like something at all times is like so important.
Yes. Even that is like working on yourself.
So that
I
was
know.
my hard lesson too, right? I learned it in such a hard way. Everything in my life, I had to mess it up first. Same goes for my body. I was really overweight. I didn't realize it because I started wearing oversized clothes. I went 120 kg.
Wow.
I could not do a single push-up, no pull-ups. Like, I was really overweight, and I used to have horrible eating habits. I'll buy 2 footlongs, eat it in one sitting, and then not eat all day. Like, I had horrible habits, so I messed up.
But
It's okay.
It's good. We are on
It's
the
good
right
mess
path.
up. It's good mess up, right? At least
As
I
long
was
as you're
able to
learning.
recognize it, right? That's very important.
Learning is the best part.
Yeah. All right. Second question. If you could give one piece of wisdom to your younger self, for example, Anish at the age 19, what would you give? One could be take care of your hair. I get it. Me too. Like, don't,
it's too late now.
Take care of your hair. That's a longer hair. You know?
I would say my younger self was actually better in terms of doing something unexpected. But I would say don't be afraid to do anything that the people will judge you for. I was already doing my YouTube at that point, my photography page and everything.
You were amazing at photography. I remember. I've seen your pictures, man. You were the reason I bought that camera that I never used.
But yeah, I was passionate about it.
You still do it?
No. I have plans to start it, but I think so. My goals, my bigger goals are more important right now than my passion. But I would say having a passion is more important for sure. You should have something outside of your busy life that you can forget everything around.
That's what's going to make you human. That's how you're not an AI.
Exactly.
Because you're going to add that human feature to it.
It's not like all the automations.
Yeah.
It's like live your life too. Yeah. So the wisdom I would give is, yeah, even if someone judge you, don't give a shit about it.
Do it anyways. That's what I say. One thing this is like my what do you say, New Year's resolution is I'm not gonna procrastinate anything.
That's nice.
So if I think about doing something, I do it right now. So for example, I think I want to start photography. I'll go home and I'll start photography. I have 2 systems, and I think it has worked well. Is anything you want to do, schedule it. If you don't schedule it, like it's hard for you to find the time. So, for example, I wanted to do this podcast, and I've been thinking about it for a while, right? I've been thinking about it since last year. You know how this happened? Because I scheduled it.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm good at following schedules. So I scheduled it. I put you a time. I put myself on a time. I made sure I'm here an hour before you
And you
come
showed
in.
up.
Yeah, I made sure I'm going to set these up, set the camera up. I made sure everything. And a day before, I prepared for it because I know I have a schedule tomorrow. I think that's something that worked for me.
That's actually the discipline, I would say.
Yeah, or not. You see it as a discipline. I see it as I'm not going to let myself make any excuse. If Because last year I learned that I can follow a schedule really well. I worked 7 days a week. I didn't take any day off, and I worked really hard all year.
That's nice.
I can follow a schedule. That's one good thing about me, right? This year I was like, okay, I don't need to overwork. I also need to do bigger things in life. So this has a bigger perspective for myself, right? So I made a schedule and I followed it. That's how easy it is.
Yeah.
The easiest thing you can do is make a schedule, follow it. That's all.
And I would like to add that people normally see that do what you love.
Yeah.
But unless you do, you don't know if you love it or not.
That's so true. That's so true.
Right? Because for me, when I started the photography thing, it was not easy. I was horrible. I was bad. All I was doing was taking pictures of leaves.
Yeah.
Right? And within a year, what changed was I get to understand the perspective. I started to love it. I wasn't loving it when I started it. I was just doing it because it was trending. When I started to love it, things changed then. And I think so for you as well. Doing it the first time is nerve-wracking, even for me, even for him.
Yeah.
Right? But once you do it, the more comfortable you get, the more loving it is.
Yeah. I'm gonna give a big credit to working out, especially for me. I got very fit last year.
Yeah.
Took a year off in between because I got married, fall in love, all of those things. so a lot of my fitness went away, right? This year, I mean, I'm going to say starting December, I've been really eating clean, and I'm working out almost every second day-ish situation, where I do have a schedule of working out too, and I've been working out a lot. When you work out and when you see things you can do, you start getting scared of things in your whole life. Like, for example, when you see a dumbbell and you're like, okay, this is very heavy, I cannot lift it. 2 months later, you just lift it. And you're like, okay, I thought I cannot do it. And I tried it a few times, I prepared for it, and today I can do it.
Yeah.
You start putting that in your life. You think, oh, CPA is so hard, there's so much study, how I'm going to manage money, blah, 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 blah. And then you just do it one day. You actually start.
And exactly, like I think so what people are afraid of is they make impossible goals in the first place, right? For if I take your example, if I see a 50 pounds dumbbell, I won't be able to.
Yeah,
lift,
that's going to mess up your hand. Yeah.
But if I start with the 5 kgs,
Yeah.
right, it'll be easy.
Yeah.
You have to make your way towards that 50 pounds.
There's a great line that it came through, and I think it's stuck with me now. It says, do it first, make it better later.
Exactly.
Just do it.
Beautiful thing.
Just do it. It's okay if it's not the best version of what you want to do, because when we want to do things, we want to do it in the most perfect way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if I want to go on a run, I'm going to make sure I'm wearing the right shoes, right socks, right pants, right shirt, right timing, right weather. There's so many right things. They're not going to happen all at once.
Exactly.
You can do one right thing and just start it. Great. All right. Last question for you. What does success means to you?
Oh, I've always thought about that actually. I don't want to be popular. Don't want to be known for big things. Absolutely not. For me, success is if my loved ones are happy, if I have enough time to spend with my loved ones, I have home to go to, right? And home doesn't mean like a building. It's like people. If I am excited after my work to go back home, that's success for me.
All right, 20 years down the line, you can go in future and you can see yourself. What do you want to see yourself doing? Forget about your family, forget about everybody else. Just you. You're walking down the street and you see yourself. What do you see yourself doing 20 years down the line? 20 years is a very long time. I know you could be anything in your career, but as a person, what one change you want to see in yourself?
Personality wise, or
anyways, both personality, career, money, the way you treat people, like anything.
um, I would say definitely I want to see myself having the CPA degree and growing
Like with you walking.
no, definitely the name attached in front of my name. So CPA Anish Agarwal
CPA
will be
Anish
there.
oh yeah.
Having my own business, even though not, I don't want anything huge, so less stress, but somewhere where I can help people out. So that is very important for me. It's like the challenges I faced during my time, like either studies or coming here or during my career phase, I want to help people out solve that. So if I have the community of my loved ones and I am investing my time in helping others, I think so that'll be good.
Okay, I want one more point in this. I want to know what a non-materialistic thing you want to have. Not in your family, not about anyone else, about you.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
I think so. We are running towards a goal every day. I want to stop and want to see the world running, but want to enjoy the moment. Again, to what my father says. My father says a lot of things.
No, he said all the good things, I guess.
So he's like,
he's also a very good driver, just if I have sat behind him.
wow. So one of the things he says is people forget to live the moment. They always either live in future or in the past. Right? That is where the stress and anxiety comes from. Like I was drinking a cup of tea. He's like, hold on, take a sip, enjoy that sip. Feel every flavor that you're having. See what hands worked for that and see how well they worked for it. That is what you should be focusing.
Do you think the distraction around us has taken that away?
Yes. And you know that I was a very big tech lover.
Yeah.
I still am I'm fond of all these new things, like working around
technology wise. Yeah,
technology. I need to have the new technology stuff, my smart versions.
Yeah.
But what I learned over time is these are just distractions. Anything you have right now, start to enjoy it first before buying something new. So yeah, I drive a beat up old car.
That's a good car, man. I'll switch it any day with you.
I love it.
Yeah.
At a point, I was thinking to buy a new one. Why? As long as it works, everything is being done.
As a good financial decision, I get it. Buy a new one because it's a good decision. Like you got to do your maths and you want to make sure it's not spontaneous. It's a need, not a want. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, enjoy things. I think I 100% agree with you. We don't understand how lucky we are to be alive, especially for us immigrants, right? To be in a country where air's clean, like people are all right, nobody's going to punch you in the face. If you hit somebody, ICBC covers it. Like it's not going to be like, okay, somebody's going to come out and beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
All of those things aren't there. Yes. If you have a girlfriend or a wife, or you're going to have a wife soon, they're safe. If they take the bus, you'll be okay with it. Like you're not so stressed about it all the times, right? All of those things, we don't understand how lucky we are, and we do overlook all of those things.
Yes.
Like I do a lot of outreach, right? So I meet with a lot of homeless people and this and that, and I love meeting them. I love chatting with them, and that is something I've recently, like I've been doing way more than I used to do. I don't think so they understand how much this country gives to. Like I know this country, the system isn't the best. There's too many things that needs
There's
to be.
always something to
There's
improve.
always going to be something, but they don't understand like those benefits checks that comes in, welfare checks. It's $1,000, I think, every month, something like that. That's $1,000 of
Free
something
money.
that you didn't work for, and you got it just so you can live, and a lot of people around you are paying for it.
Yes.
Like I know it sounds bad, but this is what the reality
But again, I
is.
would say if we consider it more of a help, no one's.
Go to a different country,
Yeah.
and see what homelessness is there.
Yeah.
Homelessness is in our country are the people who do shitty jobs. They clean sewers, they clean this, they do that, they do all the things that
They have to do.
other people don't want to do,
Yeah.
or they're thieves, man. It comes down to if they're thieves, whatever they are, right? But they have to work for it to be able to survive. Even if they're drug addicts, they still have to work for it. Even if it means they're going to go out and steal, snatch chains and stuff, right? So they have to work for it. So even for us, we can complain about all we want, but you got to see there's a lot of positive.
That's
There's a lot of things that you're getting
the things that we take for granted,
granted.
today
Yeah,
is like could be luxury for someone.
it's a big luxury. Yeah,
Like
that's true.
free medical. I know 8 hours of wait,
It's horrible. Yeah,
but still it's
but it's
free.
still free.
Yeah.
If you, I mean, oh, it sounds bad, but if you have cancer and you're in Canadian hospitals, yes, it takes forever. Yes, things are not bad. Yes, things could be improved, but it's free at the end of the day.
Yeah.
A lot of people die because they can't buy the medication. A lot of people die. Like a lot of people die because, like in rural areas where there's no hospitals, people die all the time. And when they die, they're like, his life was done. No, he was sick. You didn't take him to the hospital. He didn't get the right medications. He died.
Yeah.
You know, all of those things. And then
And if I compare it to like any of the other countries, say for example US, so we are comparing apples to apples, not like something else.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Healthcare is bad over there.
Horrible. Only country in the world where you can refuse ambulance. You're dead. You're like half dead. You had an accident. You're on the floor, on the road, and you're about to die. Ambulance comes in. They're like, we gotta take you. Can we take you? That's the first question, and then you can refuse it.
Wow.
You're dead. You could die right there, but you have a right to refuse because they're gonna bill you later.
Yeah.
And you're so
And those
scared
bills are
they're gonna
huge.
go bankrupt because of that.
And I don't understand why these necessities in medical terms are so expensive. I think so because these are necessities.
So I'll give you one perspective of, because I also work with a lot of doctors, lots of nurses. There's the big reasons is the medications and the machinery. They got to make the money, but a big part of that money goes to research and development, where a lot of money is poured in to know what the disease is, what are the symptoms, how you're going to solve it, and then they do that experiment with a lot of different varieties, starting from a mouse and the monkey, humans, whatever, right? A lot of money goes in there. Government doesn't spend shit. Private companies spend it. So the private company is going to spend all that money into research and development to get ahead in the game, and so they can bring out newer medication. And the only way they can spend that is making more money, to have more money so they can spend more money. What happens is there is a demand and there's a supply. So all the medications you eat, right? That's why I'm against medications a little bit. If you have a headache, I'm going to give you a Tylenol. It's going to fix your headache. It's going to take away the symptom. It's not going to take away headache.
Problem. Yeah, exactly.
Right? The symptom will go away. Like diabetes, you have diabetes. I'll give you something to control that diabetes. I'm not going to take away the diabetes, but it takes a lot of money to make it better. Why it's expensive or it's so messed up in Canada is we don't budget very well. There's way less money spent into medicals as compared to if they're spending more money on homelessness, or they're spending more money on this, spending more money on that, but they don't invest the money in the right places. We'll donate more if we have to.
Yeah.
Like I can say we because I pay taxes now, and I pay a bunch of taxes. So we donate money, but that's a third world country, and then you know what, you should do, right? I'm not the one to decide where the government should spend money or not, but at the end, it's my money, and I think it should be used well, right? As an accountant, like.
But to my point comes out to there are other countries. I would say I would always compare it to India.
Yeah.
The medication over here, that even if it is covered by insurance or something, will cost you. Say for example, the other day I went to the chemist to get some pantoprazole, right? So over here it cost me $20 for like 14 are the pills, right? Back home in India, I think so it's like 30 rupees for 10 pills.
30 rupees. So 30 rupees is 50 cents.
Yeah. These are already researched for. These have been in the market for quite a while. Why are the prices still high?
I think man force is one of them. Like how much money you have to spend on people who are making it. Import taxes is one of them. Are they even making it in Canada?
Is it US coming or here? Canadian company?
Yeah.
They have better legislations. Or forget about it. This is a common salt.
Yeah.
Can we not produce
common
it?
salt? Yeah.
Like if in India government is pouring, again being a third world country, government is pouring money, because people find 30 rupees expensive, so they can get it for 5 rupees.
Yes, you can get it
Right?
for
You
5
can get
rupees.
generic
That's right.
medicines.
That's right.
Why can we not? I understand the newer medications and everything. No. But why the old medications, those have been here for 50 years or more?
Because there's some big MNCs who wants to make more money
That's the problem.
and considers humans as numbers, right? And if I'm running a big company, I get it, man. I get it. You want to make big money, but on the cost of what?
Yeah.
On the cost of what?
And like the other day, I was watching another TikTok movie, but it was a comparison of EpiPens, the prices for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know. I
Right?
know what you're saying. Yeah.
So isn't that something a life-saving thing?
It is. Yeah.
Right? In urgent situations, it is. Even for 15 to 30 minutes. Yes. That brings 30 minutes back to the life of a person where ambulance takes him back home.
Yeah.
Right? Or the hospital. Those things, don't you think government should invest money in order to make it cheaper?
Yeah.
Those are available everywhere. Salts are available.
Yeah.
It's open to public. If the third world countries can, why not we?
Why not a developed country can?
Exactly.
So when I landed here, this is a little off topic, but when I landed here, my cab to where we lived for the first time, it was the taxi driver, and I had a good chat with him. How's Canada? Blah blah blah. It was beautiful outside. So he was a doctor from my city.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, I had a clinic, and I knew what clinic he's talking about because it's run by somebody else. I was like, oh, I know your son. And he's like, yeah, he lives there, but I moved here. And I'm saying there's a funny thing they say in Canada is if you want a doctor, it'll be faster if you call a cab. Like call a cab if you need a doctor. There's a higher chance there's going to be some doctor driving. So do you think that's what immigration is missing?
Yeah, I think so.
Why won't they make, like, from a layman's perspective, human bodies are same everywhere in the world. Like the way, of course, it's treated could be different in different medical country and the legislation they have. Why wouldn't immigration will be more directed towards people who are, if you want more doctors, get in more doctors. If you want more nurses, get in more nurses. Or you know what, make it pathways for people who are ready to spend that kind of money and be a doctor here. Because in India, being a doctor is expensive.
Even over here.
In everywhere, right?
Like,
even here. So might as well spend that extra money and be a resident somewhere. Like, why do you think Immigration Canada is not doing that? What do you think?
Oh, that's a very political topic. I try to stay away from this, but now that we are here, I think so. It's all politics and money involved.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right. So the more money they can get from something, definitely they'll get that.
Yeah.
You know, PR is not easy.
Yeah.
People invest in that.
Yeah.
PR is being sold.
Yeah.
So if we have brought that topic out, I think so that's the core problem. Humanity is gone, money has taken place.
Yeah, it's true. All right.
That's a sad truth of the society.
Let's end this podcast with a quote you live by. Just to end on a positive note. Like a quote that you think that you live by all your life.
That's a quote from Bhagavad Gita. That's in Hindi it's called Jo hua acha hua, jo ho raha hai acha ho raha hai, jo hoga acha hoga. So in English, if you translate, it's like whatever happened for a reason. What's happening is good. What will happen will be good.
I like that. All right, man. Very nice chatting with you.
Thanks for calling me again.